Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 51 of Crucible Solo Self-Found League. Today, we're going to be mixing things up, switching to the big AoE Fireball Ignite build, and I'm going to go try and do something about this big mess of heists, and in doing so, try and get as much levels on this character as possible, set up to maybe take a run at blueprints. Just gonna do heist contracts, just gonna try and level, keep the character alive. I've got a lot of energy shield, CI build, have block. I clean stash tabs. I've got 4 empty quad tabs now. I organized some jewels. It's still a mess. I tried to pull stuff out of here, taking a whole inventory of jewels, and there's still so many things in here that it's like, oh, maybe if you had this build and kind of thing. We're gonna get a lot of jewels by running heists, so I needed space to dump stuff. All right, so let's do some heists. It looks like it's gonna like push me into the boss ones. I didn't have any of those last time I was here. I'm not gonna be able to free up my screen until doing so fine. We'll start with bosses. Breaking the Unbreakable. I have gear on everybody, right? Yeah, it looks like it. I don't think the Fireball build existed last time I was doing heists, so this should be interesting. Hopefully I can keep it alive. I don't have good Fizz survivability, so this specific grouping of enemies with the soldiers, guard captains and stuff, but I can proliferate ignites so I can clear a room really easily. So I think this will go well. I think I'll get good XP. We're gonna get lots of div cards, pile a lot more stuff I don't need. I wonder, like, if rare enemies are gonna be a problem, I might need to make the damage better. But yeah, I like the fact that I can throw a fireball through the door and then everything will die. The tunnels and repository that are really good for XP, I should be able to just crush those. Nothing should be able to kill me in that. If I'm gonna die, it's because I get barraged by attack damage. This will also be the kind of test to see, is it possible for me to think about leveling this character to 100? If it can survive and do well with the heists, then we should be just fine. This is not set up to be a bosser, though. I think I have another fire. Do I keep another fireball on me? I don't know if this thing can actually kill me. I've got so much energy shield. Okay. And I got a jewel. Hey, this was one of the nice ones that gave me an exit. So I've got space for uniques that I can dump. Consolidated so many unique tabs from the big rarity grind. But if you're running heists, right, and you need to stop after every single heist and identify everything, you will never get through your heists. So I like to dump everything I pick up. Just dump it all. We got a nadir mode. You get increased crit chance per intensity on things. Meh. There's 2 different jewels that can drop from that boss. But let's go to the next one. Heart of Glory, Death to Darnell and the Twins. Yeah, so these enemies... Oh, okay. These enemies are naturally fire resistant, though. So that's not ideal. Yeah, but even still, I can launch something in this room. Boom. I roast them all. Yeah, there's going to be so many jewels to go through at the end of this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, these enemies can build up because they have their little elevators that they'll keep spawning out of. That's what happens. You can really easily get overwhelmed with these enemies. They're not the most dangerous ones in Heist, but they will bring the pack size in the repository and tunnels, and it can get you, but not this build. Ooh, Nashta. This fight is very difficult. Nashta has some crazy abilities. Good start, though. Dodge Desert Heat. There's something else. That one targets. Little volatiles. My damage is okay enough that this isn't going to get out of hand. Sun's Fury. Okay, that was a big sweeping cleave thing. Well, all I gotta do is keep the boss ignited, I guess. I can move around if needed. Sun's Fury. That's what'll kill you, though. Okay, we get the fledgling. Projectiles cannot collide with enemies at close range and gives far shot. Pretty good unique. Here's Death to Darnall. Nanette has Zealotry. Niles also has Zealotry. Another Breaking the Unbreakable. So many jewels. E Corrupted 6-link. These little rats just, they can't hang it all with the Ignite Prolift going on. They just run out and instantly die. Admiral Darnall. I think this is where we get the jacket. Oh, big explosions. Oh, it's like launching from cannons off screen or something. Is that what's happening here? Water tornadoes. That location is still just getting barraged. Summon waves from the skies. So is that target that circle? I don't recall seeing the circle last time, but easy enough. Oh, this one has, okay. They must have fixed them to give them all warp out ability. That's cool. The Admiral, elemental damage you deal with hits is resisted by the lowest elemental resistance instead. Chance to freeze, shock, ignite. And then there's the twins. Let's double check. I am unaffected by burning ground. Like the one real thing you have to do this fight, or else the arena gets really small. That did. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, one of them will come and fight you, and one of them will kind of stick to the edge. And then at like every 25% HP, they'll swap. And now they just swapped. Now I'm fighting the other one. Oh, and it looks like I'm getting the AoE. I was already doing damage to Vinny. I guess I could keep them both ignited. Okay, another swap. Big damage there. Yeah, one of them starts coating the outer edges of the arena in this fire. That you don't want to be in, but if you're immune to burning ground, it does nothing. Uh-oh, I'm like frozen. I don't know if it's a freeze. I might have gotten trapped on one of the spikes, because I don't know if I can get rid of those. It's like this is the last rotation of them, probably. Another big, like the big ice circle is what creates these little spikes. Oh, the fire can break them if I gotta use that. Okay. And then once one's dead, the other one does a lot of extra damage, I think. So finish it out. Leadership's price, -2, -1, -1. Rip. Okay, so no more quest log thing there. So I think the first thing I want to do here, I want to go through and everything that is under level 80 gets deleted. 70 deleted. Alright, then just start with Deception. Grab a bunch and go. What does Gianna have? A level 10 Determination. That's probably solid to have. A Haste might even be better. Yeah, they pretty much got Determination and Haste. I think I just go with the Haste. And I get added fire damage from that, which gives me more ignites. And it doesn't look like I have a currency div cards Rooch either. Try and chaos spam something. 12% div cards. Okay, well, and quantity. Didn't leave me an open suffix though. Basic currency catalysts. That one rolled really well. Better than the one she had. You know, run them white as well, because I'm not trying to die on this. I want to go in, get out, kill as much stuff as possible, and let's grind. And I gotta turn that off. You gotta be able to see the minimap in these. Yeah, I just want to dump all this stuff that I got in my stash. No identifying anything. Throw the next one in and go. I can run and sell all of the trinkets to the guy at the end. I will save myself a lot of time. Ooh, that sounds like scarabs. Yep. Lots of rare enemies in these, even when you're running them white. You can get more enemies. You can make it crazier. It's just not necessary, in my opinion. Ooh, 6 links? Not corrupted? Well, judging by how the first few mansions have gone. This is gonna be pretty solid. Just, I'll get the XP, not gonna die. Don't need to worry about anything. Get it done. Deceptions are also fantastic because you just go in and out with no doors pretty much. On the way out, at least. And you have to do, like, Gianna missions to get the best reveal cost for markers on the blueprints. So if there's anyone you're gonna do, it's probably Deception. I don't know if like Agility can give me anything I'm really looking for. Celestial just a car. Yeah, there's gonna be so many stack decks. But yeah, in this one I can seriously just run the entire way out. I mean, I do want to kill things, but no doors. Absolutely none. The entire way. Just keep going. Vulnerable aura I don't like that. But the damage, like, don't even gotta worry. Easy peasy. 10 stack decks out of there. Probably need to go get that bow that I was using to level the Orb of Storms on the other character and see if I can get that on here. Am I even leveling anything? No, I just have an extra fireball and a combustion. And how much dexterity? 126. Okay, so in order to do that, I want to take the Cat's Aries Foible, bow, quiver, then dex ring. No, dex ring, Aries Foible, bow goes on with the quiver. Rings swap back in, amulet, 6 stack decks. Nice. That's because of, I don't have a trinket, but it's because of the brooch. Chance to duplicate currency. Stack decks count as currency. I'd prefer to duplicate that than the divination cards. Ancient Orb. 2 Splinters of Cheula. Got a Fire Ignite resistant Soul Eater and a Solaris Touched. Chilling here together. Oh, that Solaris Touch is also a Soul Eater. No, you better drop me something good. You're being so painful. Come on. Nothing. Another Foliate Brooch. Give me another chance to craft a better one. I always found it was best to chaos spam them in Trade League, but I might be hemorrhaging too much chaos if I just send that. I have the alts. I can alt spam this until I get something that's in the 13 to 15%. I have regals. This process is so tedious. Okay, there's 15% div cards. I regal that. 13% chance jewels. Not terrible. Not what I'm looking for, though. I was actually able to craft that one pretty quickly with the alts. The first regal hit something good. And then if you want to finish it, you have to use an exalt on them, which sucks as well. I'm doing the underbellies because they're Gianna missions, and I want to get them knocked out. Compared to the others, these are just so dead. There's so many fewer monsters in the underbellies. So for the getting the XP stuff, this one's not really helping me out. But if I did nothing else in Heist, it has to be the Deception missions. Ancient Orb. Last underbelly. Hopefully these are like all agility. Yeah, demolition. I can just delete these and not feel bad about it. That's what it looks like. Ancient Orb. Another brooch. Alt spam did okay last time, so I'll try it again. Job speed. Essences. XP gain. So if I want, like, I could exalt this for the chance at something. This is how exalts go bye-bye. Essences, sextants. It's not the worst, honestly. It's a nice engineering one, I think. Give it to Isla. Then a quick detour and do an underbelly blueprint and reveal details. That's why we run with Gianna for the 40% discount on this. Doesn't look like anything I need. Maybe grab the div cards. I've been liking that. Oh, and I can bring Huck on these. The goal here is to get myself a trinket slot so I can start getting more from these. But that room I revealed that was right there got me 12 stack decks and 2 divination scarabs. This one got the stack decks and the div cards duplicated, bringing more people in here, more stacking of all the trinkets. Helps things like that be possible. The Queen, Alchemy's Chaos Orbs, Alchemy's Winged Cartography Scarab or Chaos. I think I'd just take the Chaos. Wound up being 30 stack decks in total. Pretty insane. I have some of these. Augments for Chaos. Extra div cards. Extra div cards fully linked. Chrome's fusing. Let's do that one. Chrome's fusings could be really big. Duplicated essences. And again, a lot of essences. Duplicated currency. Lots of maps. Anything special about these maps? No. 1 came corrupted 8 mod. Chaos, Chance Orbs, Alchemy, Chance. Chaos, it is. Fusing, Vol Orb, Chance. I think 10 fusings here. I definitely need and use fusings more than I use the Chaos Orbs, so might as well. Oh yeah, here we go. This is gonna be an example of what the fireball can do. Yeah, blow that door. Blow that door. And look, they all just died. Back to deception. But at least I can go to the records office now. Okay, so, alright, let me put this back. Normally, this would have dropped me 1 fusing and 8 chromes. 3 of the chromes turned to fusings because of this trinket. That's pretty big. I like that a lot. Looks like records office, the ones they were really like bunkering up on these doors. But like, I guess it's probably more satisfying once I have ones that aren't open and they're actually like posted up, and then I open the door and launch the fireball through. Halfway to a level, I get them all. It's 1 fireball. Yeah, 2 stacks of 8 chromes there that split me into 5 fusings. It's making these armor chests actually worth something. That's very cool. Knowing how many chromes I can get out of these, those fusings are gonna stack up and be pretty substantial by the end. 3 additional fusings here. Oh, that was the most damage I've taken by anything. Luckily, it'll come back quick as long as I can get safe. Orb of Storms level 19. I'll flip them all and do it again. Abandoned Wealth. 1/5 of 3 Exalted Orbs. Alright, the rough ones are knocked out for Gianna. Prohibited Library, Smuggler's Den, Laboratory, they're all just better layouts. Safer, better XP. Another Ancient Orb. Let's go. Another Ancient Orb. I'm gonna run out, because I'm gonna run out of Deception contracts that can have the Harbinger rewards to them. There's way more Harbinger Orbs than I expected to get today already. Another Ancient Orb. Let's go. Lightning Conduits have hit level 20. I have filled the first stash tab. This is why they need to be emptied, so that I can just pile all the junk in there. Smuggler's Den definitely is not the best XP, but it can be competitive with some of the others if you approach them correctly. For these, you pretty much just want to like rush the end, but open up all of the big doors. And then on your way back out, you'll want to double check in all of the rooms, and there'll be a magic pack at least in every one of them. So I'll need to like peek back up to about right here on the way back to draw whatever's in there out. So I opened up all 3 of my rooms. There's one here, up there, and right there. So I'll just want to like dip into those locations on the way back. And then I could have like checked out this room right here. Like there's a bunch of enemies in here. I could have killed them on the way in, but enemies will start coming out of this. And I could have came in here to take out those enemies with the ones back there on the way out. So I really don't need to fight any of this stuff, because I'm gonna go back through it all on the way out. And I'm gonna wait once I take the urn till enemies start rushing out these side doors. I take those out, and that like signifies to me that okay, enemies that can have spawned should have spawned. Get them rushing the doors so you get as many enemies on the way out as possible. Okay, here's my first room. Yeah, look at that. 6 magic enemies right there, and a unique. Okay, and then the next one, right up here, there's 1 magic enemy, 1 rare enemy. The last one, only 1 magic enemy there too. That is my process for Smuggler's Den. At least. Came back here. I didn't go down this area on the way in. You stick around too long in these, like the enemies that are spawning will stop giving XP. So you do have to keep pushing your way out. You don't want to just wait for more stuff to spawn. At least not in the Smuggler's Den. You can definitely get way more XP out of these as well, especially if you roll mods on them, because that increases the amount of reinforcements that come, pack size and stuff. I guess the reward rooms that are really close to a door or something, those magic enemies will seep out beforehand and they'll be waiting for you at the door. Both of the reward rooms down here kind of off the path. Let's see what they've got. Magic pack, rare. No magics here. So maybe it's not guaranteed magic, but it's definitely worth doubling back on them. Those rare enemies give bonus XP as well. And that was the last Smuggler's Den into Prohibited Library. These ones aren't as bad as the Underbellies, but they're not great. The Long Con, Elder Slayer's Exalted Orb. A nice div card. Oh, this guy wants to run away. Similar thing here though. Like once I take the thing, I want to wait a little bit, give everything time to like start spawning. Because I could have been like 4 or 5 rooms away before enemies start spawning. And I want to continue to like grab these packs in the reward rooms. Here they spawn out of these like portals that show up. Or like maybe out of these ground things. Level 96. And I didn't even finish the deception missions. But yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of XP. I do them all. I don't technically have to do them all. After the deceptions, I can see like what my blueprint situation's looking like and see how many more reveals I need. Do perception encounter thaumaturgy with Gianna. If I need more, But where does the passive point go on this build? Definitely been a minute. I'm using Wave of Conviction, and that implies minus 15 elemental resist. I could make that 18. Fire damage, cast speed. I feel like I've gotten just about everything. Got masteries. Oh, I've taken bonus energy shield here, even. Spell skills have increased area of effect. That's so unnecessary. I have Zealot's Oath, yeah, okay. Let's take out a little bit of energy shield. Not really hurting on it. Start putting points into growth and decay. Get a bunch more ES regen. Next level I can get growth and decay. That'll be good. Lots of heists still to go. 9% XP out of 6 of the prohibited libraries. It's not bad, considering that one's not a good XP one. But I guess now, let's see how many blueprints I have. So here's 30, these two's 45 plus 12, 57 times 3 is 171. I have 56 reveals, so I definitely need more. Alrighty then. Perception time. Wow, a lot of prohibited library perceptions. Gianna, perception only level 2. Okay, so any level 3s I can't run. 31 perception contracts, level 1 or 2. Okay then, onward we go with Gianna. Having half my inventory tied up is probably not ideal. Oh yeah, the door's on the way out now. So if I time this right, I could just like launch the fireball and roast the room. That's indeed. Haha, it's so good. Whoa. Hello. Why did that drop so much stuff? Miscellaneous chest. Oh, I guess I can't pick up 6 sockets. Haven't had to deal with this in the deceptions. Can't really look at experience per heist because some of them can vary very greatly in size. This one was really small. 7 years, bad luck. Came from the chest. 1/13 of a mirror shard. After 10 of these, maybe it was 11. I don't know. Up to 28% though. The size of these varies so much, and these prohibited libraries are pretty bad for XP. The bunkers that I did were pretty loaded. Other stash tab full. Start number 3. Hey, I get to do a repository. I get to do one of the good ones for XP. The first one of these I've done since I started. Like tunnels are probably better overall, but these ones are amazing as well. They work the same way as the tunnels. All these little square tiles here will spawn enemies on the way out. So you do enough of them, you'll learn the layouts based on the tiles and know where they are. I know that there's one on this big tile, there's one right here and right there. But this tile in general is not super good because there's no reward rooms connected to it. That's what allows those tiles to really pop off. I've done way too much of this, like XP farming in heists. I've done it a lot. I've leveled 3 characters to 100 doing nothing but heists. 2 characters in Heist League, and then 1 in the Heist only event. Demolition's actually the best for repositories, because the demolition rooms, like this one, it's a perception room, has all this stuff, and the larger tile. There's not as many spawners in that one, but the demolition ones, absolutely. But you need to make sure you hit at least 1 chest in every reward room, or the reward rooms will not spawn enemies on the way back out. And there's 2 right here. Right as I'm going into this room with the curio in it, I take it, even if I stand here for a second, these are not going to spawn anything. I'm far enough away from this reward room and the elevator that's right here, so those are spawning stuff. There's an elevator here, one over here. These aren't going to spawn anything until I get far enough away from them. Now back here, like, enemies popped out of that one, and both of them that were in here. Like, big packs of enemies. I'll go ahead and open this, see how much stuff's at the door. Just pop it all. Yeah, I can run back up here now, and yeah, these elevators will have spawned enemies, as well as the one here and the one over here. And I think you get like 2 or 3 like good spawns of enemies from each of the areas. So like these are respawned here for the 2nd time, and then the ones from this elevator, and then I can go back up here. These ones will have spawned more, but the thing is, after a while they'll stop giving XP, and it's hard to notice when that happens. Wow, I've fully leveled those gyms 1 to 20 already today. And yeah, something I'm worried about with this build is that this is a fire build, and all of these enemies are naturally fire resistant. So my build's not going to do as well here as it does in the others. But now that I've spawned enough stuff out of those ones, I'm just going to be done with that zone of this. So you could do it just like run all the way to the beginning, run all the way back down, then run all the way back to the beginning. and that would get you about the XP that you would get from it. But I optimized this backside situation, so those elevators are done in my mind. So we'll pop up here for this one, this reward room. We need to clear this out. Yeah, there. Gonna be rough. I think if I get hit by a lot of stuff, I could die here, but I do have good spell block. Lots of spell damage. Gonna come back here to this spawner. There's another one back over here. And then, like I mentioned, I could just keep running back. This one's to spawn more enemies. The two in here have spawned more enemies. And just keep doing it. But these ones in here, since I've done it twice already, it's already losing the XP. But then I can just come back down to these ones again, because you kind of just have to get like a screen away from them. And then back up into here. Oh, look at that. There's 3 more rare enemies right there. And then there's 1, 2, like more stuff. Pretty good. And yeah, this room, there's no spawners in here, really. I don't know if there's already any at all, because it's a perception repository instead. But now I can hit the 2 in this big one, hit the 2 in here, the one that's right there, the one that's here, go up here, come back, do it again, come back to where I am now, and go back through it a 3rd time to get all of the XP. Because we'll hit the 2 spawners in the middle. Keep going, and yeah, these are loaded. Went through there. I really need these things to die. I guess I can use the war cry. That'll pop a bunch of them. I'm gonna grab this spawner, and then yeah, like I mentioned, I can just push up here, get enough space away that all that stuff here and down into here will spawn again. But yeah, this one has spawned a whole nother batch. They're overflowing from that. Then come back in here, there's even more. And then yeah, now I'm back over. Oh no, this is the big room. So I gotta do this one. Then I'm back to here and go back through here. Did I give it enough space? I think this one spawned a little bit, but all good. Yeah, the door even fills up. I guess they're coming from this spawner. And there's that spawner, plus the 2 in the reward room. So many enemies. Has me a little nervous though, because they don't take quite the damage. There we go. That's one repository. Just like all the others. You leave, dump the stuff, go next. Alright, so let's look at this layout. I got a reward room plus the little connector with the pillar in the middle. There's going to be a spawner there. Then I got a big square room. They're going to be opposite the chests, so a spawner there and there. This corner room has a spawner right here. Then this room we saw last time, there's a spawner right here, and right there. Plus 2 in the reward room. This one has 2 spawners. This one has 2 spawners in the reward room. And then there is the reward room itself that has the 2 at the door, 1 here and 1 up there. So yeah, I've done this enough. I just know what the tiles are and how they're going to work for this. This one's better set up to do like a full down and back. There's not that dead tile in between. But you can do this in blueprints as well. The repository blueprint reward room has like 8 spawners in it. You can dip into that multiple times after getting your gem. And then if you open up every reward room possible, reveal all of the rooms, break open 1 chest per, you can spawn enemies in like all 8 reward rooms or something. Can end up pulling a lot of experience out of those. And I do have 10 repository blueprints and 10 tunnels blueprints. So quite possible, like I could probably level to 100 with what I have. It might be close. It might not get me all the way there. But yeah, again, these reward room ones aren't going to do anything unless you leave and come back. So this time I guess I'll just do another like down and back. I'll just go through everything on the way back, hit those 2 spawners, hit the reward room 1, clear up the stuff, and just keep moving. We gotta get the 2 in the middle. I guess they were flooding towards the door, it kind of looked like. Now watch out for these big balls. They do cold damage, but it is spell damage. So I'm pretty sure, like even without spell suppression, I can tank one of those because I have enough energy shield. But even still, like getting hit by 2 of those balls consecutively could be enough to kill me. So I do have to be careful, since these enemies aren't going to die as fast, that I don't get barraged by a couple of those balls from rare enemies. That one, okay, then the corner room has its spawner. Ball got launched. No, he died. Yeah, there's a ball. That was just a magic enemy. Another big square room. Yep, there and there. Go up. This is a small connector. It has its 1, the 2 from this reward room, and now I'm back at the beginning. 62% XP, and then just go down and back. Just hit it all again. I went off screen enough for these ones to respawn and just hit them all again. Ooh, that was a nice big pack. Next has enemies in the middle and up top. Next big square room, same thing. Then the last reward room. You are fire and ignite resistant. Yeah, see, that rare enemy is just gonna have to stay there. Then I dip into the actual reward room. It has its enemies spawning. But you see how many rare and magic enemies were through all of this? And there it was a ball. Ah, painful. Ah, couldn't move. I blocked it though, because I got spell block. It. Then we go out one last time. And like any more than this, outside of like spawning stuff in this boss room like one or two more times, like I'm getting diminishing XP from it on this final trip back. It probably is already giving me less. So if you can kind of stagger your way back, you won't have to worry about some of the rooms you go through more often not giving you XP. No, not the invulnerable aura thing. Those aren't fun. Last reward room, kill the rare, and then I'm out. 63. I gained like 4 million XP there. Like I'm close to 64 now just from that. Good stuff. And go next. This one has both wings to it before the curio, so there's a lot of monster spawns there in this setup. And there's one right at the entrance and right in front of the door, and there's two on each side. The inside's the same. There's one on each side. None of them spawn anything until you leave and come back. Alright, so yeah, now I'm gonna go back in here and look what's back here. Look, all of this stuff spawns. Got a fire and ignite resistant one. Yeah, and the two inside. Stacking more rare enemies. And then there's the left side. And then I can leave and then come back and do it again. Because while I was doing that, stuff could be spawning out here. And I could even go further and go the rest of the heist. Reward rooms with the square in the middle. You like leave the circle just a little bit right here. And then going back between them, you spawn a lot in here. So these start losing XP way quicker in a scenario like this, but it spawns a lot more out of these reward rooms as well. Then I get to go back here again, and it's crazy. Not as crazy as the blueprint. Blueprint's even crazier. Fire ignite resistant with life regen. That's bad. I could go back for it again, but I'm just gonna move on. Ooh. Wow. Whenever things get really crazy, use the Infernal Cry, and it will delete things. You need a couple big enemies stacked up, though. Then, just like that, back into the mansion. No more big repositories. Oh man. That's a lot of stuff on the door. I might have hit the Infernal Cry early. Yikes. Oh, there, that one hit the door. Haha. It hit that. Boom. Gone. No, not a mana siphoner. Ooh. I got through the door though, and they're gone. Now, these enemies all just kind of run at you. You don't have to go looking for them. And I don't know that I've ever really tried in these because they're so dangerous most of the time. I think I have big enough energy shield to be able to take a big hit, but I'm still weak to fizz damage. Crazy things can happen in these. But I can also launch stuff through doors and hit all of them with the prolif. And then only have to deal with the rares, pretty much. Sometimes it gives me tiny doors, and it's hard to get the fireballs through it. I got one deep in the room. That's always nice. Here comes a rare running at me from the other room. And yeah, got them all, except the rare. Then there's the uniques. They die too, because they're lightning resistant, not fire resistant. The damage is actually okay. Reducing the Infernal Cry cooldown recovery would be really cool. I think I remember looking into that and it was really difficult to do. Wow. Yep, that'll happen in these. Hit that war cry. Boom. Gone. There was like 4 of them. Not done yet. Need counter thaumaturgy. I searched there for R-T. Gianna can do level 3. So that means there's probably going to be more than the last match. There were 30. Exactly. Okay, these ones are going to be currency, jewelry, gems. I have a currency, only a 12% currency. I've picked up a bunch of these brooches. Okay, that works. Yeah, fantastic. Get that with the Regal. Extra rogue markers. Hit this with an Exalt for a chance to duplicate Delirium Orbs and Splinters. Okay, very good. Nice, I hit another one. What do we got? 7% Scarabs. Okay, basic currency and jewels. It is a T2. Not the greatest, but usable. Another one. 8% catalysts. Okay, still not it, but something. I think currency and jewels is the one I go with so far. You know what? I think I'm just gonna take the Quant 15% one instead. I don't need more jewels. I'm trying to get rid of jewels. And we move again. Gem chests. These always have potential to be crazy. 23 and a 20 Stormburst. Currency chests now. Haven't seen any of these at all. 15% chance to duplicate those. Yeah, there's the chisels. I knew there were chisels in here. Level 20 power charge on crit. 20 quality cleave. Ah! I didn't realize the door was gonna be open. Divine Orb! Awesome. Dropped from an enemy. Biz damage with daggers, Viridian Jewel. Synthesized. Very cool. Cannot be frozen belt. What? That was a cool chest. How many gems? 20 quality decoy totem. And I'm only seeing quality gems that are 10 quality and above. Ooh, 6 chaos, 6 chisels, 20 quality fire trap, lacerate, and smoke mine. Oh no. Engineer orb can go. Don't need a jewel. +1 all max res. Amulet, but no. Augmentations can go. Then I take this and the chaos orb. And I take nothing else with me at all. Chance orbs, I can take those. I have some. 2 more chaos. These stack 20 now. That's good. Oh, you're gonna drop me multiple 6 sockets? What am I supposed to do with that? My fault for bringing all of the heists in here again, but it dropped me lots of gems and dropped me fractured sea jacks and titan greaves. Now tunnels. Yeah, tunnels has these little spawner things as well. Quality rolling magma. These portals work the same that they do in the repository, so the ones in the room won't spawn anything until you leave. These ones are much better for the down and back method as well, because where these ones really shine is in the smaller tiles that are travel. Like, I think there's 2 nodes in this one and one maybe in the corner way back at the beginning. Those can stack up a lot. Yeah, there's 2 in this hallway. You get a bunch of these chained together and can just go back and forth through them. That's really good XP. And this corner is not the one. I think it's the one that has a little notch in the wall. The very long tunnels. None of the really good locations either. Enough to probably make it worth just do the full down and back. And a great boy. Trying to burn me, but I burned him. Alright, 83%. 321.9. Ooh, I got hit by one of the balls. That hurts. XP bar is still going up. Alright, there we go. There's 321.9 at 83%. So I got 2%, like 6.5 million XP at level 96 for a long but bad layout tunnels. Just throw in the next one. 5 GCPs. Wow. 6 big chests. I can only open 4 without setting off an alarm. I can probably pull it off and get them all. Ooh, 7% quality enhance. Okay, takes her 4 seconds to open that chest. So if that's 4 seconds, 3 seconds for opening it, leaves 13 seconds. I'll just go open the door first to be safe. And I can grab this little one first. Bunch of corrupted stuff. It's open. Go. Then I'm gonna have to go loot it. 6 seconds to spare. Level 20 SRS. Ice Crash. Purity of Ice. And a bunch of currency. The last tunnels. Never got any really good layouts. Could have something to do with the counter thaumaturgy. Having this big open tile it needs. Only 6% to go. And I can get it farming the rats in the laboratory. Oh, wow. Good as the tunnels and repositories are for XP potential, you're playing a fire build. The other ones are just way easier. Level 20 dash and flammability. This zone is massive too. Yeah, definitely getting the level in this one. There is level 97. That gets me growth and decay. 12% dot multi, 1% ES region. Huge. Alright, last heist I am doing today. It was a lot of fun. I think the heisting is really good for leveling. Especially like now, like I have so many heists, right? The focus isn't leveling. The focus is run all the heists. So it kind of takes your mind off the leveling part of it, and it's just like trying to get the heists done. Maximizing XP in tunnels doesn't help with that, but it is what it is. So I will probably continue doing that. The next couple of days, finishing up all the heists. You probably won't see another video from me until that is finished. Well, let's see what happens with the gyms. Orb of Storms 2015, Lightning Conduit 2020, 2023, so a new best. Four more Orb of Storms 2020, 1920, 2010, 2020, 2020, 2020. Okay, I get more gems then to level for next time as well. And there's a new best. This jewel and belt, probably the coolest thing that happened. This biz damage with daggers jewels got me thinking still about this demon dagger. It could be re-rolled easily, make it even better. Yeah, sad no luck on the gems. Chaos is going up, divines are still going up. I have 7 ancient orbs, which this I was not expecting. Where are the bows? Yeah, right here. More Hope Shredder business. Neuros Harp, Iron Commander, Neuros Harp, Roth's Reach, Silver Tongue, Infractum, Roth's Reach. No bow today. Go again tomorrow? I think I just stick with this. Do all the heists. Get this build leveled. This fireball build is the one that is most tied to this like whole league and mechanic with the fireball mod. So probably the one that should go to 100. And then I can use that time to plan what comes next. But we shall figure that out next time. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button as it really helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss more videos from me. If you'd like to help support my channel, please consider using the super thanks, the heart icon just below the video, or by joining to become a member, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.